All right, we are back again. Now, we've had a few malfunctions. Of course, the tape, the camera fell down, the little mechanism I have to keep it up didn't start, but I want to start all over and welcome to you. Now, the camera is, so we're going to talk that end.
Okay.
This is Shabir from Victoria Health.
Morning.
And in the bathtub is Jill. And Jill and Shabir started Victoria Health how many years ago?
Over a decade.
Over a decade ago. Jill, just so you know, we might show at
Feels
the end,
longer.
is wearing dark glasses in the bathroom with some most incredible Zara trousers she got in the sale for how much?
No, not in the sale. 19.95.
99, not in the sale, and some very expensive, beautiful shoes. But her voice is what we need because she is camera shy. And today, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Gemma. Good morning, Erin. Good morning, Adrienne from Poland. We got lots of countries. We have lots of people in Australia,
Wonderful.
Dubai, everywhere.
Wonderful.
So today is about getting in the experts because I am, you know, the amateur beyond amateurs, but I do discuss with you a lot the importance of supplements, and I just felt after you kept asking me about supplements that we should have some people who know what they're doing, and considering I order the majority of my supplements from Victoria Health, I just thought they know the best. Jill does the most phenomenal monthly newsletter, so I think you should all subscribe to this to Victoria Health afterwards if you don't know it. Most people should know it because it's a very well respected site, company, everything, but they stock everything. And you might live anywhere in the world. They ship internationally, by the way. It's not like I want to do a plug for them, but when I believe in something, you know I fucking believe in it. So, all right, we're going to start, and we've got 4 topics, haven't we?
We have. We've got gut health, mood, energy, and skin.
And skin. So let's start with the most superficial and yet important, which I think we'll start with skin.
Okay.
And I have spent ages taking all different supplements, and some people will tell me, like Dr. Seabag, you know, these kind of dermatologist doctors will say, oh, Trinny, you cannot, you know, it won't penetrate to your skin, so why take collagen and why take hyaluronic acid, which I think if we go into any health food store, they'll sort of say, these for skin.
Absolutely.
It's so black and white. So give me your lowdown on what actually works.
Okay, so first of all, we need to make sure that we're tackling our lifestyle factors, obviously.
Yeah.
Because there's no point trying to tackle from within if you're going to drink and smoke like a trooper, you know.
Some
Smoke like
of
a
us-
trooper, drink
I
like
know,
a...
but
And
yeah.
yes, we do have, you know, you have to live a life.
Yes.
So it's always a compromise rather than going to the extremes. However, we know that there are some key supplements which will definitely work. So we've actually created a pack called Fabulous Skin.
Okay.
And which incorporates those 3 supplements. So think about it, your skin is your largest organ,
Yeah.
and unlike all the other organs in your body, it ages more rapidly than any other organ.
Why is that? What? Yeah. I
Because
want
you've
to know
got
that.
internal aggressions from metabolism of your food, but then you've got external aggressions as well,
Yeah.
whereas your liver is only faced with the internal aggressions.
That's it's
So you've
like
got
so
2 lots.
commonsensical, but it's that's very
2
good,
lots.
yeah.
And of course, when we're in our youth, the you know, the skin layers are replaced every 40 days, and by the time we reach our 50s, it's 50% greater.
So you know when we talk, and Jill, you can contribute at any stage, Jill, she's sitting there looking beautiful. It's always nice to look down on a woman because her skin always looks fantastic. You look glorious there. But you know, we always hear this thing that our collagen production slows down, and I think there's an age in our 20s where we just stop making it like we used to.
Absolutely
So
correct.
what percentage every decade are we losing of that natural collagen production?
Well, I mean, figures vary. We're talking about anywhere between 20% past the 30s, 30, 40, 50, as much as that.
So we get to
Depends
50 and
also
50%
on
is
those-
gone?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
And I know that we had a brief chat earlier. Good morning, let me just say good morning, B, good morning, Noelle, good morning, Claire, good morning, Nick, Kerry, Oren, Maria, Carrie, Kim, Sharon, Tina, Amanda, Elizabeth, Rose, Charlotte, Kim, Shelley, Leslie, Sam, everybody. We're going to cover everything, and we will talk about colloidal silver. They want to talk about as well. I'm just going to throw some things at you. Adrenal fatigue. We've got questions on. I'm newly vegan, taking veg one. Is it enough? So what we'll do is Ross, store up these questions. He's got a long list. All right, but. We had this conversation briefly downstairs about, I said, well, you know, I take collagen peptides. So you then came back at me with something.
There's a lot of collagen shots, collagen drinks,
Yeah.
and collagen products
Yeah.
on the market. Now, collagen is a very large molecule. So scientists still, it's a contentious issue where scientists, half of the scientists will say, take collagen, and the others will say, sorry, it's too large a molecule to make any meaningful difference to your skin.
Okay, so for those people just on the very amateur level, if the molecule's big, think it doesn't go in. That's kind of what you're saying.
Exactly, exactly. Your stomach will just break it down. Most of it will pass out through the digestive system.
All right.
Very little will go in, so will it make a difference? Perhaps not.
So what do we do?
So we do go the other way and use nutrients that we know will go through to the bloodstream and perhaps stimulate collagen production.
So there's still the collagen there. I'm in my 50s, so it's quite low. It's a bit
asking the
vulnerable.
body, you're giving the body the nutrients to manufacture collagen, and you're making sure that it does manufacture its collagen.
I love that logic. I love that logic.
That's a better approach, I
All
feel,
right.
than just...
So what do we
hoping for the
take?
best.
Show me what we take.
So we're talking about 3 things here that are important as far as youthful skin
I'm
is
going
concerned.
to show them up. The best thing is we can show them up. It will be back to
Absolutely.
front,
So we're going
but we
to
can
look
read
at
out.
number 1, hyaluronic acid.
Okay,
now,
so-
I think most people will have heard of hyaluronic acid.
Yep.
We know that the skin contains the largest amount of hyaluronic acid.
Yep.
And we know that levels decline with age. So if so much of it is present in the skin, it kind of follows logically that it must play a role in that.
Yes. And hyaluronic acid is really the thing that gives us
Plumps
moisture.
up, moisture
and plumps
hydrates
up.
your skin,
Yeah.
plumps up your skin, holds 1,000 times
The
amount, its
water.
weight.
Yes.
in
And
water.
whereas collagen is about your elasticity in your
Yeah.
skin. So just to differentiate those two when people say that. So
Correct.
you do
But
then
hy-
want us to take it as a supplement.
Hyaluronic acid is required as part of the manufacturing process for collagen.
All right. So we're giving it its first ingredient to kickstart it.
Yeah.
Then I can't even pronounce this one. Okay, let you pronounce it for me.
It's called astaxanthin with phospholipids.
Okay. I'll put these all later on the blog. Okay, what on earth is that?
Right, now astaxanthin is possibly one of the most underrated antioxidants.
Okay.
Think about what we're faced with. Free radicals from external sources,
Yeah.
radiation, mobile phones and all that. We've got radicals from within. When we metabolize food, we produce the byproducts. Think of your body as a car. You put fuel into the car, you get exhaust at the back. Same thing, you're putting your food into your mouth, you're getting your own exhaust out.
Okay.
And that exhaust is actually aging you.
All right.
And astaxanthin is one of the few antioxidants that can penetrate every single tissue in the
Oh my
body.
God, it's
but
like a
interestingly enough, the addition of this ingredient called phospholipids
Yeah.
resembles the outer layer of the cell. Each and every cell contains a membrane,
Yeah.
and it's composed of phospholipids. So what we're now doing is taking the astaxanthin and pushing it into every single cell. it
So
can
are you
protect the
then
cells.
making a stronger cell
You're making the cell less vulnerable to free radicals.
to free radicals? And let's list free radicals, because free radicals is a very freely overused term.
It's an overused
So
term,
let's
but the
just
thing is, we're
define.
talking. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking about radiation from the sun. We're
Yeah.
talking about internal radiation from byproducts for food
So
metabolism.
fatty foods, things that contain coffee,
So many things.
yeah,
I mean,
smoking.
smoking.
Yeah.
So many things. We're
okay.
just prone to that
Yeah,
all
all
the
right.
time.
Okay, because I know you
So
say healthy diet.
in
but...
order to protect your skin, that's one thing.
Okay,
So
that's
you're-
number 2.
Number 2.
Great. Okay, number 3.
Number 3 is this product.
Yep,
called-
which is
again
called-
a long name. Skin
Okay.
restoring phytoceramides.
Skin restoring phytoceramides. There. Yep.
Now what this is, so you have skin. When skin is being formed from the dermal layer, it's basically overlapping. As it hits the epidermis, it stretches out.
Yep.
And in between, think of the skin as bricks and mortar. So in between is a layer
Of
called-
sand or something.
of ceramides.
Ah, okay.
So what happens is, as we age again, that layer is prone to break down.
Yeah.
So it allows external aggressions to come in, and of course anything from within it, loss of hydration.
Okay, so it's
you're
like the
talking about
seal around your bathtub.
It's the mortar and it's the seal.
Yeah, it's
So
the seal.
basically, ceramides are lipid molecules.
Lipid
They're like
meaning
oil,
what? They're-
oil
they're-
types
okay,
compounds.
yeah.
So what they do when you take them, they help suppleness of the skin, and they're protecting your skin against external aggressions and preventing dehydration from it.
Okay, that sounds like a very juicy combo. I love it. I mean, I'm getting that combo now.
Yeah.
Now, if I start taking that combo, how long before you think I'll see some kind of change?
I have always recommended people to give supplements an 8-week period.
8 weeks,
That's-
so 2 months.
I think you should allow
to see
that.
it. Yeah. Okay, that's so fabulous. I'm just going to see, Ross. Are there any questions on this subject of skin whilst we're here?
So, I think things about vitamin D.
Yeah?
Should you be using a spray or a supplement? Someone's using a spray.
Right. if a sublingual spray is available, and we know vitamin D definitely is available in sublingual sprays, take the sublingual spray over the capsule. Anything that goes through the stomach is compromised to a degree.
Okay.
And Alison asked about making bouncier skin. Is that the same as hyaluronic acid? Is that?
Yeah, hyaluronic acid to plump, and skin restoring ceramides to give you the oil and suppleness and.
Yeah, I'd say bouncy skin is actually a combination you need of hydration and elasticity.
Yeah.
So the collagen and the hyaluronic working together.
Correct.
That's really like that one. I feel we've done it. Also,
Good.
there's a lot about adrenal fatigue, and if we can throw it in at the end, ladies, we will talk about that because I know that many of you feel you're suffering from that.
It's a big subject.
I'm going to give you a quick one now. We're going to throw in total random questions because
Okay.
I think it will really help. So Nick's saying, I have a low ferritin, it's 6, and a hormone imbalance. Anything to boost iron and try balance hormones, please.
So, iron, there are many synthetic irons on the market.
Mm-hmm.
We know the problems with synthetic iron is it causes gastric discomfort, stomach upsets,
Yeah.
constipation, you name it.
Yeah.
So try a natural source of iron. There are many natural sources of iron on the market.
You mean like, you know the thing in the bottle that we...
Floradex
yeah,
and
is that
things like
good
that.
one? I mean, okay, that's a very commercial one. Tell me then another natural source of iron that they might know, that they could go and get.
Viridian Nutrition's organic liquid iron. I
Okay,
love that
Viridian
product.
Nutrition's organic
Liquid
iron. There, great, fantastic. Just a thing they can jot down. Good morning, start taking biotin and buckhorn at the same time. As a result, I got spots and acne on the back. Is this a side effect? So biotin and buckthorn. What do you think she's taking those two for? I presume one is for hair.
and skin. I
Hair
mean,
and
sea
skin.
buckthorn oil is good for all forms of dryness.
Yeah.
And biotin is always referred to as the food for the follicles,
Yes.
so to speak.
I take a lot of
But she may be taking high dose,
Yeah.
or it may be that's just it's idiopathic of no known origin.
And do you think it's the buckhorn or the biotin giving spots? Because I take 30,000 micrograms of biotin a morning, and I don't get...
Biotin is normally water soluble.
Yeah, so it's not
any
going
excess
to-
should be excreted
Yeah.
out. So it's possibly a large dose of buckthorn oil.
Okay.
Possibly.
All right, and because it's a buckthorn oil, perhaps, then I feel that's where the spots could be
Possibly.
coming. Okay, well,
Possibly.
we're making an assumption, but
Or she
possibly.
might not have enough fat digesting enzymes, because remember, you need lipase to digest your
Okay,
sea
so,
buckthorn.
all right, so if she...
And as we age, I keep saying this, but as we age, our digestive enzyme production is diminished.
All right.
It's getting less and less and less.
So what could she be taking for the fat digestive enzyme to work?
There are many proprietary brands out there
There
who
are.
are selling a good spread of digestive
Okay,
enzymes.
fine. Good digestive enzyme then. Maybe add that to your diet. I'm going to take one more question before we go on. Do you want to... I'm going to do... Ross, you could do one, but I've got here...
Yeah.
Yes, you do one, darling.
So people asking, is it worth taking a multivitamin, or should you be more specialised in what you use?
No, I mean, the cornerstone of good health, in my opinion, is a good multivitamin. Because on a 7-day basis, you will never have the same diet.
Yes.
We love food groups, so
Yeah.
we might be carb junkies,
Yeah.
we might be fat junkies, or a
Yeah.
combination of both.
Oh, yeah.
And overall, a multivitamin is there to kind of protect, rather like an insurance policy. Give you the nutrients. If you don't need them, they'll be excreted out.
Are there good and bad ones? I mean, are there some you can go into any chemist and buy and it's not doing anything
There
for
are
you?
many synthetic vitamins on the market.
Yeah.
And I always tend to recommend whole food ones. The reason is that the vitamins in there are exactly how they're present in food. So your body's
replicating.
going to assimilate them in a better
Okay,
fashion.
can I
than
put you on the
synthetic.
spot and tell me 2 good multivitamins? Come on, Trinny,
Well,
you have them
I always recommend a product called Alive.
alive.
Alive multivitamins. It's an ultra potency 1-a-day supplement.
Okay.
Easy to use. 26. All the vitamins and minerals plus a whole chunk of phytonutrients. So things like turmeric, berries,
Okay.
greens.
So
all
if you're a
sorts of things.
minimalist person, that's one which might take a little bit of everything we're actually discussing today.
Correct.
Excellent. All right, we like that. We love an answer with something. Good morning to you all. What should I be taking to help symptoms of my fibromyalgia? Fibromyalgia. Thank you so
Fibromyalgia.
much.
So fibromyalgia is pain due to various reasons. We don't actually succinctly know how it occurs.
Yeah.
But what we do know is that people with fibromyalgia have 2 nutrient deficiencies. One, generally speaking,
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
just
I appreciate that.
generalizing.
I appreciate that.
Coenzyme Q10
Yes.
and magnesium.
Okay.
And now magnesium relaxes muscles and nerves,
Mm-hmm.
and coenzyme Q10 oxygenates those muscles.
So the
So
combination.
invariably you get relief from the pain, and
Yeah.
you get the energy. Because most people with fibromyalgia don't have the energy as
What
well.
is fibromyalgia for those of us who don't?
Pain in the muscles, basically.
Oh, all right.
Muscle
Great.
pain.
Thank you. This is some
And it leads to a whole series of
Of,
concerns, such as a lack
all
of
right.
energy, can't get up, things like that.
Okay. There's a lot on hormones. I'm going to throw one in. I don't know. I'm just
Okay.
going through. Please, can you ask if 5-HTP is worth taking for mood and sleep?
Yes, 5-HTP is eventually converted into serotonin,
Yeah.
which is your mood elevating
And-
hormone, and one that is then converted into melatonin at
Yeah.
night time, which is your sleep hormone. But it does take, be warned, it does take 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks. Be
Is the
patient.
average. Patience
and
is the key.
and are there different ones on the market, or is that one
There
itself?
are generally 100 milligrams once a day is sufficient.
Okay, fine. Stand still and stop twitching. You must be a nightmare interviewer. I'm dizzy just watching you. Sorry, darling. That's what I'm like, and most people know it. Will you do a blog post, please? Synopsis. Yes, of course we will. And a brief reason why. Yes, we will. Are you all right? Just thinking of the subjects and whys. If I'm sure, if you have time tomorrow,
A few people asking about Hashimoto.
Hashimoto's is sort of a thyroiditis. It's something that you should really first carry on with your GP
All right.
and see how you get along.
Okay.
It's something that we wouldn't necessarily tackle unless the GP said there was some sort of a problem.
All right, so
Yeah,
that's
it's
more
something-
medical, and let's
It's
stick with
a
medical.
lot more medical, yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. Thank you. All right, we're now going to go on. All right, is spray better than tablet for vitamin D?
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, where the sublingual version is available, always take the sublingual version
Okay.
because it's bypassing the digestive system, the stomach.
Go straight.
Anything that
that's-
goes through the stomach is going to be compromised because your stomach is highly acidic. So it's bound to deactivate at
Yeah.
some.
So
some-
why don't we take all vitamins sublingually?
Because-
Sublingually? What did you
sublingually.
say? Yeah, sublingually.
Sublingual.
And go down that
Because-
path, yeah.
Many things will just not absorb sublingually. The science doesn't exist at the moment
Alright,
to
but-
make
okay.
slight variations to the original formula to make them.
All right, but vitamin D does.
Vitamin D
Vitamin
does.
C does?
Vitamin K does.
Okay.
Vitamin C.
Yeah, so the jury's out. Because
Yeah.
I used to take a
Yeah.
sublingual, but I never knew if it was actually going to
It's
make a
whether it
difference.
can get there in meaningful quantities.
Okay. The gentleman has fabulous skin. I just want you to know.
thank
You see, just he was very nervous coming on. Suffering with heavy legs and extreme fatigue just before my period. I'm taking evening primrose and starflower, which helps. But any other suggestions would be great. This is something also. I mean, not quite edema, but I also suffer from heavy leg syndrome, and I know I was advised to take turmeric and things. But I think it's a subject that many of our ladies do.
I mean, they do. You've got to tackle the hormonal imbalance. And one of the crucial ingredients for hormonal imbalance is magnesium.
Yeah.
So magnesium regulates hormones, as does zinc. But you've got to think about the fact that, you know, during the PMS time, there is a progesterone estrogen imbalance.
Mhm.
So you might want to consider herbs like Agnus castus,
Yes.
which work to restore the balance between progesterone and estrogen.
I took Agnus castus when I was trying to have a baby as well, and I think that just boosted. Does
Oh,
it
part
boost
of
the
the
wound
fertility.
lining or something? Just
yeah, it does.
it's doing something
It
there,
does
isn't
like
it,
that,
to
yeah.
help? Yeah.
And the biggest herb for fertility in the world is Dong Quai.
Really.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Love that. But I think there are some gods of supplements, and I think magnesium is a multivitamin. We've answered that.
Magnesium is very underestimated. We
underestimated.
always think, oh, I'm fatigued, let me take iron, but actually
Yes.
magnesium is equally important for energy production.
Yes. Where we post where to buy the vitamins. Darling, Victoria Health. Shabir is from Victoria Health, which is a fantastic online, and they'll sell that you deliver internationally.
We
but they
deliver
cover so
internationally.
many. That's why I've got, because apart from the fact that he's a very well qualified pharmacist, they have the biggest range, I think, of any supplement in the world, really. So, question from you, and then we're going to go on to the next subject.
Acne or oily skin.
Mm-hmm.
A few questions about that.
Well, acne and oily skin, invariably people go and treat it with a whole range of topicals,
Yeah,
but I believe that acne should be treated from within.
yeah.
So one of the crucial herbs, in my opinion, is burdock root.
Mm-hmm.
Cleanse the internal.
Interesting. I've never
Yeah.
heard burdock
Yeah.
root. I mean, I've heard zinc,
Yeah.
things like that. So
Invariably
tell
they
us
talk
about the
about-
magic of burdock root. So those of you,
Well,
many women
burdock
here
has
have that.
two properties. It definitely works to cleanse the bloodstream. So it's making sure that the liver is eliminating as much as is possible. Because remember, your liver is your detoxifying organ.
Yeah.
So it's ensuring healthy liver function, So we can then eliminate some of these toxins, hormonal waste that may inflame the skin,
Yeah. So
causing
even
excess
hormonal
sebum,
spots, then.
causing excess sebum production.
Yeah.
So burdock root does that, but burdock root also has antibacterial properties. And think about acne bacteria.
Yeah.
The bacteria, so it reduces the numbers of bacteria that are living on the skin
Fantastic.
from within.
And
Yes, carry on with your
no,
topicals.
I like that a lot. And then zinc reduces the inflammation, does it?
Zinc reduces inflammation. Zinc is often referred to as the traffic policeman of the body. It takes nutrients everywhere into the
So
body where it's
burdock
required.
root and
Burdock
zinc
root.
is an
Burdock root.
interesting combination. I love new things. New things on here is fantastic. Okay, we're now going to go on to the next subject. And Ross, if you just keep up with really important. I know there's so many questions. So we'll just go on now to what? What's our next
Mood.
subject? Mood. January. Some
Blues.
people feel flat. January blues. I think for me, it is just personally, it's a bit of a state of mind. It's a bit of having a positive attitude, but it also we need our body to catch up. And there's something about the lethargy.
Listen, it's very normal to feel a little bit down from time to time.
Yeah.
I think that's normal for everyone.
Yeah.
But consistently, if you are consistently down, it's either something to do with your hormones, something to do with stress, or environmental problems or physical stress. That's just bringing
We
you
can
down.
all relate to that. Come in a bit more because they love to see
So
you.
yeah, what we need to do is to tackle one of those concerns. You need to identify it and tackle it.
Okay, so we've got stress,
Physical stress,
physical stress.
environmental. We're
Yes.
talking about a grey day that
Yeah.
may bring you down.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about hormonal.
Okay.
So when this hormonal equation is a big one. So we're talking about, for example, female hormones going down. The first thing in line with the ovaries are the adrenals. So all hormonal glands communicate with each other, but primarily the closest one are the ovaries and the adrenals linking
All right.
together.
So if they're not
So when
talking-
there is an imbalance in hormone production, the adrenals are affected straight away. They start releasing cortisol, the stress hormone.
Yes, let's
So
talk
when
about
they're
that.
releasing cortisol, they haven't got sufficient, not time, but they just don't produce enough adrenaline, which is your energizing hormone.
Okay.
So as you're stressed, you're often fatigued with stress. Fatigue often accompanies.
All right, so you're feeling stress, the cortisol's released,
Yeah.
it's sort of attacking your adrenal, your adrenal's not giving its
Cortisol prevents the uptake of serotonin,
which allows you to then
which
sleep.
is your
All right.
mood elevating
Yeah.
hormone. And of course, serotonin is converted to melatonin at nighttime, which is your sleep hormone.
Right.
So stress causes you sleep. Well, not for everyone, but generally, fatigue and sleep are big problems associated with stress.
With stress. So what are we going to do? What
we're
have we
going
got
to
here? in
we're
your
going
little-
to reduce cortisol somehow.
All right.
So, and I should say this: exercise actually does reduce cortisol very quickly.
It does. All right. So
Very,
when,
very quickly.
So because I know that I have friends of
Whether
mine.
it's
I mean, what I find interesting, and Jill, you might want to contribute something, but Susanna, who I worked with for many years, we all get up and down and low, but she would run because for her body, when she ran, it released something, which was just a
Endorphins and
endorphin
various,
and thing, and that elevates the mood. For me, running makes me feel I have the worst joints and I get exhausted, so I can't. But I'll fast walk. So it needn't always be cardio.
No.
It can just be.
It can just be a gentle walk for a while.
Okay.
I mean, just getting out there might just
just
elevate you.
yeah.
But some form of circulation will obviously help in the elimination of cortisol.
All right, so that's number one. A bit of exercise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Still eat a healthy diet if you can.
Yes, we know that
Obviously,
one. Yeah.
we're not going to go that. And then think of supplementation. Maybe
Right.
you're deficient in B vitamins. Maybe you just haven't got enough bacteria in your gut.
Okay.
Could be a whole load of
All
issues
right.
that.
But I know that I got from Victoria Health one called Mood.
Yes. you
So,
do.
so tell me that I'm taking, and I am having a very chirpy January, and I don't know if it's all down to this miraculous. That's what I'm taking, by the way, at the moment. So tell me why that is good. Who's that by? That's by
Life
Extension. All right, there.
Florassist mood.
Yeah.
So now, we've known that in the past, we've known that there is a definite connection between the brain and the gut. So if you're stressed, say before a driving exam or whatever.
Butterflies in the tummy.
Butterflies in the tummy,
Yeah.
etc. So we know that, but we've never known that the bacteria in our gut, we've thought that there was a connection, but we've actually now know that there's a connection between the bacteria in the gut and the brain the other way around. So we've got a whole cycle now.
Okay, so
So
it's
the
not
numbers,
just that causes
it's not
that,
just
it's that
that
this causes
from here
that.
to that as well.
Okay.
The bacteria in your gut affect your brain, and these bacteria have been found 2 specific strains have been found to reduce cortisol levels in your body.
Oh,
That's
I
all.
love the way you
Very
attack
simple.
things. It's like it's that indirect attacking which I feel bolsters everything, as opposed to kind of some people's just putting a band-aid on. In a way, you're not putting a band-aid on.
We're
You're
interested
really
in getting to the root cause rather
root
than
cause.
just
Yeah, root
giving
cause.
you a mood elevating
All right.
supplement.
And is there something else there we're going to talk about?
Well, there is something that works a lot quicker. So in test, this Florassist mood was found to reduce levels by around 20% within 6 to 8 weeks.
That's
so it
nice.
took some time.
Yeah, but still,
It took some
that's
time.
a good, nice result.
But there are supplements that work very quickly.
Oh, okay. We need that.
So this one is particularly a favorite of ours.
Magnolia.
and our customers.
So FoodScience, Magnolia,
Rhodiola complex. Rhodiola complex.
Rhodiola complex. Tell us about that.
So extracts of magnolia have been found to
The
physically...
Magnolia tree.
The bark,
Yeah.
the tree, and
Yeah.
then you take the bark and you make the extract out of
Okay.
it. So extracts of magnolia have been found to physically relax your muscles
Yeah.
and to reduce levels of cortisol in your body. Now rhodiola, which is part of that formulation, works to increase serotonin uptake by, again, 30% is the average. And then within that formulation is an amino acid called theanine, and it's derived from green tea.
Which we know gives
Which
us
works, yeah.
stimulation.
What theanine does is it increases alpha waves in your brain, and alpha waves relax your mind. So you're talking about a supplement that physically relaxes your body,
Yeah.
something that elevates mood and relaxes your mind without causing drowsiness. How wonderful.
I mean,
And
like
very quickly.
the miracle. I'm going to take it off now and go, oh. And that's
Now,
yes.
you can take it with most medications,
Yeah.
but never with an antidepressant.
Okay, never with an antidepressant. What about taking it with St. John's wort if somebody takes that already? 'Cause that
You
is
can
a
take
sort
it
of-
alongside St.
You
John's
can,
wort.
because that
But
is
St. John's
really...
wort, beware, because remember St. John's wort
Is
is
it
not...
is unrequested
you can't take
Prozac.
it with blood pressure medication, you can't take
Yeah.
it with so
So
many
there's a
things.
lot of
And HRT.
and
Yeah,
HRT.
and
So
HRT.
I think seek advice. Know if
Absolutely.
you're not taking
Absolutely.
any of the ones that Shabir's mentioned, you might be able to take this. But
And that's what my role is normally, to make sure that customers are aware of contraindications.
exactly. And if you have very, let's say you're somebody who has a full medicine cabinet because you have a lot of other issues. I know that you have a helpline. So people can get in touch. Is that
Absolutely,
right? Okay, and
absolutely.
you can say what you're taking.
Email us on live chat or
Yeah,
whatever, and
and
we'll
I
get
think
back to you.
that's fantastic to go
Not all
somewhere.
at once.
Not all at once, they're saying, in time. All right, so we'll do, Ross, let's do a few more questions.
On mood, can you take HTP5 or 5-HTP with these supplements?
With the supplements that I've just mentioned,
Yeah.
absolutely. You can take 5-HTP alongside the Magnolia Rhodiola and the Florassist mood.
And will the Magnolia help with
Fibromyalgia?
Yeah.
By physically relaxing muscles, the Magnolia extract has helped a few people with fibromyalgia for
Great.
sure.
Okay. Lady here, Valerie, the hyaluronic acid that Shabir is talking about is amazing. I suffer from dry eyes, and when I take this supplement, it totally goes away.
Absolutely. So many
Which
dry
is lovely,
concerns.
because a lot of people have dry eyes. That's actually, I'm going to give that to a close friend of mine who has that. Advice for B12 deficiency and pernicious anemia.
Pernicious anemia.
Thank you
yeah.
very much. Having B12 shots, I'm not seeing much difference.
Well, you need to go and see your prescriber again, because if you're having B12 shots, you're having a high dose of
Yeah,
B12,
you are. Yeah.
and it should make some sort of a difference. And if it isn't, there may be something
There
underlying.
might, yeah.
There may be something underlying.
So go back and see what else
Absolutely.
might be causing
Absolutely.
that not to do the trick. Something safe to help fertility, concept health. I mean, Agnes Castor, which we talked about.
We talked
She's
about
approaching IVF.
We talked about Agnes Castor's,
Yeah.
definitely important. Some sort of a nutrient,
Yeah.
a specific, even a prenatal nutrient that
Yeah.
Has a recommended daily amounts of all the
folic
vitamins, folic acid,
folic
and all
acid,
the
etc.,
usual things. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Great. Hope that helps a bit. Do you want to give another? Have you got another one there?
In general, for all these supplements, how do you know what you're sufficient in, and how do you know what you're deficient?
Very interesting question.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are many signs that you can read into vitamin deficiency, but overall, if you can get a vitamin profile test done,
Yeah.
amazing.
How do you do that?
Well, first of all, you need to go and see your GP initially. And,
I mean,
and ask
GPs
for-
in England, again,
I know,
they
I
have
know.
6 minutes per person.
I know.
And so how can, to me it's something where you might have to pay to do it yourself, because
You
it could
may
be your
have to
GP.
pay to do it yourself,
Yeah.
for sure. But although GPs are very agreeable for
They are.
vitamin D, for example, vitamin D tests. And
so you could ask for that.
So you could ask for that.
Yeah. What would be an indication? So if you were lacking in vitamin D, what would be your symptoms?
One of the most common, well, vitamin D is actually in, we always used to think of it as strong bones and healthy teeth and all that. But vitamin D is actually involved with nearly every single process in the body. Every gland now, we found, has a vitamin D receptor site. So we now suspect that vitamin D is actually going to be involved in every process within the body. But typical signs are, weakness in the joints, obviously, teeth problems, low mood, things like that.
So one can, if one's pushy, just say, I'm feeling generally a bit out of sorts, please will you do a vitamin
I mean, they can
deficiency
definitely
test
do
on-
vitamin B12, vitamin D, things like that. So you will be able to get some form of an idea.
And then you could decide how to then
address the
issues. That's brilliant, thank you. You can find everything on Victoria Health. What can I take to get rid of hot flushes due to menopause? I mean, many women say, should we... menopause... I think menopause is let's come back in and just do menopause. What do we feel? Because I feel it could be a huge topic.
It's a huge topic.
I think, ladies, know that this is the first but not last time Shabir is coming. And we will do menopause and maybe fertility as a whole subject matter.
Right.
But if we did that now, it could go on forever and ever. My mum has
ulcerative
colitis, and I'm wondering if there are any supplements she could take.
Well, ulcerative colitis is inflammation of the colon, ulcers within the colon.
Yeah, because we were going to get onto gut, weren't we?
We're going to get onto gut.
Should we get onto gut now?
This is a specialised subject.
Yes.
However. I mean, you need
Is this IBS?
No.
No, it's something.
You need to calm down that inflammation.
Okay.
Our advice would always be, because there are drugs that are given for that purpose.
Yes.
Sulfasalazine and things like that. But our advice would be, at the very least, take a good probiotic.
Yeah.
Remember, probiotics are working to detoxify the gut. They're helping to eliminate pathogenic bacteria, things like that. So at the very least, take a good probiotic.
Should everyone be taking a probiotic?
I believe, the word probiotic, incidentally, comes from Latin, pro meaning, probiotic, for life. These are the bacteria that are required for every part of our life.
Yeah.
The thing is, we're exposed to environmental toxins in food, stress, things like that, because stress causes cortisol. Cortisol inflames the gut. Gut inflammation kills the bacteria, for example.
So many things
lots
in
of
modern
things,
life
processed
do that.
foods and things like that. So I think it's fundamental for everyone to take a probiotic.
So healthy gut probiotic, what have you got for us?
Healthy gut probiotic, that's the one. Sorry, it's a FoodScience product
FoodScience again, but that's fine because we all like it from Vermont. Mega Probiotic ND supports digestive tract health. There it is. Yep.
Now, in here,
because there's many on the market, so I need to understand why. Because there are.
Look, probiotics is a interesting issue because it's something that scientists are now getting deeply into, as we saw with the Florassist mood. We found probiotics that work for mood. So it's a topic that's going to be studied even more so now. And look at all the drinks that are available in probiotics, etc. But anyway,
confusing for the consumer.
Absolutely confusing for the consumer. I believe that you need a good broad spectrum supplement, something that contains 6, 7, 8 strains of bacteria, because some reside in the upper half of the intestine, some reside in the colon, and some in the middle. Mega Probiotic offers you that, so it offers you the broad spectrum of strains that live across the gut, performing the role of immunity, digestion, energizing B vitamins. They manufacture B vitamins, things like that.
There are some, when I was in that, sometimes you kind of throw money at something when you feel, I hear this from my person. So I would go into the refrigeration area of Whole Foods and I'll get that probiotic for 60 quid in a liquid bottle. I mean, in a way, is that doing anything more for me than a pill that I don't have to keep in the fridge? Because that was such an issue, I had to keep it in the bloody fridge.
I think once open, it's best kept in the fridge.
Oh, anyway, it is,
because bacteria will degenerate. There are some strains which just don't degenerate.
All right.
But overall, I think once you've opened it, keep it in the fridge.
Okay, fine. So that's your gut moment.
Yeah.
Just keep the gut healthy.
Absolutely.
Because it's the kind of heart and soul of our body. Relief for hot flush and insomnia. I think sleep. I have had my thyroid removed due to cancer. I have Hashimoto and gut problems. My body is depleting vitamins. It also affects my hair, skin, nails. Is there something that could help me, please?
Well, I think with the hair, skin and nails, we can definitely go along the route of something like bamboo. Bamboo extract is rich in silica,
Yeah.
and silica is known to strengthen your hair and nail skin.
Okay.
And silica takes all your nutrients to the peripherals, so namely the hair, skin and nails. So something like that would be perfectly acceptable. If we started to go into things like biotin and various other things, there might be some problems with the medication the person
All
may
right.
be on.
So for
Whereas
somebody
with silica,
with your condition,
Yeah.
perhaps silica is a softer
Silica is a
approach.
safer
approach. Might work as well as biotin, but just
Absolutely.
coming from a different different area. Okay, great. Ross,
What
darling.
about the difference between prebiotics and probiotics?
Ah, I've never known
Okay,
this difference.
so-
Tell us.
Actually, make a probiotic does contain a prebiotic.
Okay.
But a prebiotic is basically the food source for the probiotic to proliferate, for these bacteria to proliferate.
So they
when
need
you're
it.
so when you're putting a capsule, it's already got some prebiotic in there, so the bacteria get into the intestine. They've got a food source already there,
Oh,
and they can multiply. But to be honest with you, you could just have some food and take a probiotic.
All right. So you should take a probiotic on a bit of food.
It will help the bacteria to proliferate.
Okay.
They multiply
All right.
when you've got a food source.
So is it otherwise like putting kind of, just put running on empty? I mean, no, that's your
Yeah, I mean,
fault,
if
but
you
is it-
didn't have food and you took a probiotic, some of it will be just passed
It would
out.
just go. So it needs something to grab onto.
Yeah.
Needs something to grab onto. Fantastic. Great video. Thank you, Dan Trinny. Come to Vienna. Oh yes, we will come to Vienna. What vitamin can you take for hemochromo?
Oh,
Aston-
hematoma
What would I do without this man in the room?
It's
Yes.
a very specific iron problem, and
It is.
you need to be, if you really are thinking about it, talk to an expert on taking a multivitamin if you really want. But we can't tackle hematoma.
Fine. All right. Could they
Absolutely.
send you an email on it, or
They
is it
could
something-
contact our customer care,
Yeah.
and we aim to respond within 24 hours.
That's great. So maybe it's a 1-to-1 more to see what there might be. That's very kind of you. Just Tom Dance, I caught you live. Suffering badly from reflux, congested each morning. Any advice? So reflux is that kind of. I've actually had reflux. I did that X-ray, and there it was popping up. Heartburn, some people call it.
Sure.
But yes, tell us about that.
There are
And where do you start?
numerous. Where do you
Yes.
start? There are numerous products aimed at hyperacidity, as we tend to call it.
So it's an excess of acidity in our tummy.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's just simply coming up. It may be the question that we may be producing insufficient gastrin, and what's happening is gastrin controls the valve. There's a little sphincter valve.
Yeah.
The acidic contents of the stomach are supposed to go down, not upwards. When that sphincter fails,
Yeah.
the acid starts to come up. And it's a very specialized topic. There are tons of remedies out there
Yeah.
for things, but in a lot of instances, it's high protein diets that lead to
That.
acid reflux.
Yeah. I mean, I
Because
find
protein is
yeah.
hard to digest.
Yeah, I mean, I find I get it too when I have protein, and when I have chocolate, dark chocolate, I get it oddly. But tell me, I wonder if you're prepared to say this, because I think some people who have heartburn reach for the glug, glug, glug of an
Correct.
over-the-counter bottle of something
Correct.
like
Magnesium hydroxide.
magnesium, Galveston, all
Milk
those
and
kind of
magnesium,
things,
yeah.
milk and magnesium, which are kind of classic old-fashioned Pepto by that pink thing.
Pepto-Bismol.
Pepto-Bismol, and I feel it's just band-aiding. So, I mean,
course.
I don't want you to be, I mean, could you put your foot down and say, actually try and dump those medicines and look at other things? Because are they actually only doing temporarily symptoms, and you're never actually trying
They
to
are
help
neutralizing
yourself?
the acid temporarily.
Yeah.
They are neutralizing the acid
So
temporarily.
long term,
Long term, you've got to look at your diet and your lifestyle,
Yeah.
and think about all those things first, and then perhaps think it could just be simply a lack of digestive enzymes.
all right.
Because as I said, when we age, everything starts to shut down.
Yeah. We
to a
need to keep
degree.
the whole
We
body
need
healthy.
to keep the thing up. And digestive enzymes break down all sort of food groups, so they break down protein, carbohydrates, fibers, etc.
So it's easier.
And it could
on
just
yourself.
be a lack of digestive enzymes.
And with that sphincter, is there any kind of supplement one can be taken to kind of heal the sphincter so it actually works properly?
There are supposed to be several herbs that work on the production of gastrin. Yes, there are some.
There are. So it would
Things
be.
like you need to look at herbs like centurion,
Yeah.
and you need to think about gentian, which is the most widely used herb for heartburn.
What's it called?
Gentian.
Gentian. Great. Thank you. All right.
People asking about probiotics. So, is apple cider vinegar
Yeah.
good as a probiotic?
No. It's the opposite.
No.
I mean, apple cider vinegar, I have to just say, and I don't know if you know this, but in France, the sales of apple cider vinegar are huge because French women traditionally take it to reduce that excess bit of fat on their tummy, and they take, you know, a little bit in the
You can
morning, a
get
little
it
bit at
in
night.
tablet forms as
Yeah,
well.
and it gives them the classic. I'm so sorry if anyone lives in France, but you know, the breath of French women is different from the breath of English women. And my breath is probably the worst because I occasionally smoke. But I think that I feel. On one hand, I think it's a great thing because I can see it's like when you're doing pickled onions, you know, it's shrinking something. But there must be a counter effect to that because you're putting acidity into your body.
I mean, you are, but weirdly enough, putting in apple cider vinegar seems to help joint problems.
Okay,
and
so it's
things
a
like
good thing. You
that. So
like it.
It is a good thing.
Yeah.
But as for its impact on probiotics, no. I don't see a direct connection
Okay.
there at all.
All right, maybe you heard some advice once, but in the kind of theory of everything, perhaps it's something that you would
Apple cider
recommend.
vinegar is good.
It is,
not
and it's good
necessarily.
most for
For so many things.
It
You
is.
can use it even as a hair rinse.
as a what?
As a hair rinse to condition your
A hair rinse, you have to get shiny hair. Exactly. So it is that kind of all-rounder.
It is an all-rounder.
And is there a best form to take it in? Because
Just liquid.
Liquid. So if you literally get apple cider vinegar from the supermarket, is that too
organic? It's supposed to have the mother. They call it the mother, so it's unfiltered, unpurified.
So like virgin?
Yeah.
So it's like virgin olive oil. You've got to look for the apple cider vinegar, which is the mother, the mothership, the mother load. Please ask this lovely gentleman for something for anxiety. And natural antidepressants we're getting onto. So anxiety, let's start with anxiety first. You're feeling a little bit, it could be you've got an exam coming up, it could be you're just generally anxious.
We go back to the Magnolia Rhodiola.
Magnolia Rhodiola, which was here. Let me just
Yeah.
find that. Oh, it's there. All right, let's throw that again, darling, at you.
Magnolia to reduce the cortisol levels, Rhodiola to elevate mood, and theanine to make calm your mind.
Fabulous. And you really feel that does have
It's
a
one
good...
of the quickest acting supplements. I've come
Excellent.
across.
I really hope you get that today and feel the benefits in the next, because that was the one that worked quickly, wasn't it?
A lot quicker.
Yeah, okay.
Most people report sort of 14 days max.
Okay. Could you reiterate the importance of vitamin K?
Well, vitamin K is gaining popularity slowly,
Mm-hmm.
and we know that it works it has a blood thinning capacity, so
Okay.
it thins the blood out. And,
So you shouldn't take it if you're taking warfarin,
If you're taking warfarin, definitely
Yeah.
not. But by thinning the blood out, you're protecting the cardiovascular system. So one of its biggest things is cardiovascular health.
Cardiovascular.
But deficiencies are very widespread in the adult population, and some scientists are talking about astronomical deficiencies of 80% plus.
What is it that we stopped taking in our diet that's giving us this huge deficiency in
I
vitamin
think
K?
we're just not having enough greens.
Okay, so it's all from greens.
I think it's
Which are the most natural ways to take it? What is it in the most?
So we're talking about
food-wise?
all the greens, kale, spinach, all the greens, green foods per se.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And again, these days you can get it in a
Oh,
supplement.
look at that!
One of the
We've got
new-
here. This is just
one
popped
of
up.
the, just
Vitamin
launched.
K2 daily oral spray.
So it's a sublingual form,
Yep.
absorbed straight into the bloodstream, providing you with a good dose.
Fantastic. Faster than tablets. That's wonderful.
Any
Okay.
questions about boosting metabolism and what supplements can
this
Are
is
they
it.
effective?
There are, again, many metabolism boosters that do work. We know caffeine does the job.
Yeah.
So, whether it's green tea or even coffee itself will do the job. You've got to look at the whole picture.
You have.
You've got to
haven't
look
you?
at your whole
Because-
picture
yeah,
of what you're doing
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah. I think it's a very.
You can't just
broad-
rely on a supplement to...
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
To do the
many
job.
many other factors in that.
Correct.
Ashwagandha for
Yeah,
anxiety.
absolutely. Ashwagandha is another herb that's used for anxiety.
Mm-hmm. You
There
like
are
it?
several
You
herbs.
like it?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Can you add the vitamin D spray to moisturizer? It's for the vitamin D spray is for inside your mouth, isn't it?
It is for inside your mouth, but there is no reason why you couldn't add it to your moisturizer.
Really? And
Although
put
we
it
do
on
sell
topically?
a vitamin D cream,
You do.
which where the vitamin D is
Tell me
absorbed through.
something then. So a vitamin, some vitamins then I presume you can topically apply, which I do vitamin C, but that's more for skin. You can put it in your mouth and you can swallow it. But not all vitamins.
No.
All right.
not at
So
all.
just
very
so
few.
so which other vitamins can actually you topically apply?
I mean, vitamin D and vitamin C predominantly.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much. Hello, my husband is 39 and has dark circles and acne scars. Please tell us what to do. Can I just ask you something? Because this is an interesting question, and I'd love to know if you have a thought on it. many of my ladies do have dark circles, and I know that they can be stress, anxiety, sleeping badly, the lymphatic system not working well. But is there anything from your supplements point of view that you know can aid in reducing dark circles if they come from a specific condition?
There's anecdotal evidence.
Anecdotal? We're interested still in anecdotal. Yeah.
That the herb eyebright,
otherwise
known as Euphrasia officinalis, eyebright.
Yes.
Simply eyebright.
Written how?
E-Y-E and then bright.
Yep.
Works to enhance ocular circulation, so circulation around the eyes. So if you increase circulation around the eyes, what are you going to achieve? You're going to achieve the removal of those darker pigments. Anecdotally, that's all I can say.
Have you ever come across somebody who's taken it that really swears by it?
I haven't.
You haven't.
I have
right.
recommended
But that's
it.
just,
But
it's
I haven't.
interesting. I would be very interested if there's anyone here actually taking eyebright for that. We'd love to hear from you because we always like to get evidence from our ladies. Hi Trinny, thanks for this live. What is recommended for high cholesterol? I mean, that is something that's going on medical.
It is. It's a very personal decision when
Yes.
you talk about cholesterol. A lot of people do not want to take statins, and some may have to.
Yes.
Some may have to because the levels are so high.
Yeah.
But there are natural remedies which you can, look at our website.
Okay,
and
that's fine.
check them out.
I've seen one or two questions, and I'm going to bring this up because I'm also
Sure.
going to my sisters, my daughters at school, and two of the dorms in the San have got the Australian flu,
Sure.
and I'm going to Japan next month, so I'm travelling a lot. But what can we do to really keep ourselves healthy from what is quite a strong bout of flu at the moment?
I think all you can do is increase your probiotic. So make sure you're taking a probiotic and make sure you're taking vitamin D. So your probiotic is these bacteria work to increase your what we call immunoglobulins. These are tiny protein structures that send signals to your killer cells.
Yeah.
And your vitamin D works in a similar fashion as well. So if you can do those two things, that is your biggest immune system.
It is
Those
interesting
are your
because
two
people
biggest
might think I'll take vitamin C, and there you are telling us some
Vitamin
far more
C
interesting.
is more a toner of the immune system. It kind of aids.
Yeah,
brings
and you
it
want to go
along.
underline.
You just want to get to the point.
Shabir goes
Let's
underneath
get to the point.
and does it from within. That's what we want. What about bioidentical? Is that we're going to keep that for
We're
very
going
dark
to keep that
circles?
forever.
I have very dark circles. You see eyes, Asian skin. Can you please recommend anything? Well, then eyebright is an
Eyebright is
interesting
worth it,
solution. I'm in a very stressful job situation at the moment. I developed some type of eczema or psoriasis around my nose and eyebrow. I have it since September. Any advice? So that's a sort of short-term flare-up of psoriasis of some kind.
I mean, they're both dry skin conditions associated with inflammation.
Yeah.
But eczema is completely different from psoriasis. So we
And
often
some people don't know what it is.
No.
Yes.
So
How can you tell the difference?
psoriasis is basically inflammation that leads to what they call fish scales. So the cells proliferate at such a level that you actually get a bump, a raise.
Okay.
Whereas eczema just tends to be like dermatitis, flaky,
Yeah.
flat, etc. So that's the distinguishing factor.
All right.
Psoriasis is an autoimmune condition. Eczema isn't.
All right.
Eczema can be due to contact and things like that.
All
So they are very
So
distinct.
psoriasis will be looking at all the things for immunity that we've been discussing.
We would
building
be
up.
looking at not stimulating the immune system, but we'd be looking at ensuring that our gut is healthy, working perhaps according to the Chinese medicine, working on the liver. Because since your liver is processing toxins, invariably taking a good liver supplement may help to reduce
Great.
those symptoms. But
And
topically,
eczema?
you should be thinking of applying some sort of a moisturizer.
Just
I mean, there are products out there.
for eczema. And there's a
for
range,
eczema.
Glad
I think
Skin, which is
even
an eczema
something
range.
like squalene. We use squalene a lot,
yes.
which is good for all dry skin
Yeah.
concerns,
Okay.
and doesn't clog pores or anything. It's really good.
Okay. All right. Darling.
Couple of questions.
Yes.
Colloidal
Silver.
Yes, colloidal silver is a very good one because this is like if you should have magical things in your cupboard. Tell us about colloidal silver.
Well, colloidal silver.
I've got some here actually. Well, I've got silver shield. Is that a colloidal silver?
That's colloidal silver, but in gel form.
But in a gel form. All right. But you can take it topically
Well,
too.
silver is one of the.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah, this one too. That's another topical one. Tell me what's good about colloidal silver.
Well, colloidal silver.
Colloidal, right.
Silver is one of the oldest natural antibiotics on the market. So when you take it in a liquid form, you help to kill off any bacteria and things like that. We can't say it kills viruses, even though some people say it does. We know that it's an antimicrobial agent, so it kills a broad spectrum of.
So with my chesty thing now, instead of reaching for the antibiotics, I could be doing.
It's a very personal decision.
I know,
the
but
doctor might tell you.
I know, but I'm
antibiotics.
so fed up. I mean, I don't like an antibiotic, and I just feel it makes me
Colloidal
fast.
silver, maybe
Something. Maybe this time round I try it for 2 weeks and see how I get on before I then.
Use it. Treat it like for 5 days.
Okay.
Don't go overboard.
Oh, it's
with
that.
2 weeks.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to shop later. Thank you. I have global hypermobility, so magnesium relaxing muscles is even more a scary thought. I think she's saying.
I mean, magnesium will relax, and with hypermobility, you do need to relax muscles and joints.
Yeah. Yeah, I take somebody started moving around a lot earlier. I take so much magnesium. Imagine if I didn't take it. Anything, Ross? You're seeing that because there's a lot of skin condition, perioral dermatitis. Antibiotics don't work for me. I'm taking Chinese herbs, but interested to know what you think.
Well, perioral dermatitis. We're talking inflammation around the area here, for example. Minimal skincare.
Yeah.
Just hydration. Think of a serum,
Yep.
maybe just a plain hyaluronic acid serum
Yep.
of some description,
Yep.
and keep applying.
Okay.
Often
great.
does the job.
All right.
What about the best supplement for lupus and PBC?
They're very specific ones, and there aren't really specific supplements for lupus erythematosus. No,
Have we got a final subject we were going to go through?
We were going to do sort of energy, perhaps.
Energy. Let's do a bit of energy quickly. We've been answering lots of questions. I'm going to go back to our little plan. So, Benenox Overnight Recharge reduces tiredness, supports mental function, maintains normal energy production. I'm just going to show you that. So this is when we're feeling a little bit like we just can't face each day a bit, just because our body's not working.
Yeah. Well, what it is I think we briefly talked about energy. Now, a lot of people will think immediately of ginseng. It's the first thing that people go to. But ginsengs are great. They work on the adrenals. They kickstart the adrenals and give you energy very quickly. But they're not suitable for everyone.
Okay, why?
So, some of the ginsengs increase blood pressure, and if you're on blood pressure medication, you can't take that. Some people find that they cannot go to sleep because the energy is so great.
They're like...
They're literally cannot fall asleep.
Yeah.
So in comes something like Benenox. It contains an active ingredient called sustamin, which it's normally used in sports nutrition. So sustamin, what it does is after your exercise, you want to recover quickly so that perhaps you can go the next day and carry on with your exercise. So sustamin increases glycogen uptake by the muscles.
Okay, and glycogen,
is your fuel source.
All right.
When you eat carbohydrates, they're converted into sugar, and sugar should be converted into glycogen and stored in your muscles and in your liver. And when you need energy quickly, your liver breaks this down, releases glucose, you've got the energy.
And if we're dealing also with our adrenals, and we're dealing with making them work better again, are we not also going to
we are going
get
to
a little bit from that?
We're going to get from that. But what they found with this combination is they've put sustamin with B6, and what they found is that sustamin gives small amount of glycogen to your brain, so that when you wake up in the morning, you don't wake up feeling tired. You wake up already mentally energized.
Okay.
And if you're mentally energized,
then it just your body can work. Because that's
it's still helping with
the
the muscles as
Can
well.
I just say, the lady ages ago who's getting the B12 shots, would it hurt her to supplement with this?
Not to counter B12, but it might help.
It might help with, because I remember she said that. There's a few other things here. What was our last subject we were going to discuss? Jill, wake up from the bathtub there. Come on, honey. She hasn't uttered a word. And she is the partner of Shabir. So
perhaps we were thinking
working partner.
Per se hormonal hair loss or something like that.
Yes, hair loss.
Perhaps. Because I think we've covered energy.
I think we've covered so much. And can I just say, as a fellow pharmacist, I'm intrigued and fascinated by your knowledge and awestruck. How lovely is that?
Thank you.
That's just where you are. I'm so excited by. There's many more questions, ladies, and what we'll try and do is we'll ask if Shabir has a half an hour to look through ones we haven't answered and just give some thoughts on it. And I'm sorry we can't answer all your questions. You've been so active with us. But we'll do a quick little thing on hair loss, and then I'm going to ask for because many people, finances will be impacting on all this potential choice. And although we've covered a lot of areas that are different and not everyone will take everything, you know, kind of like what I'd love is sort of on a budget, you're relatively healthy, you're top 5. We'll do that in a second, but I think we should do that for everybody. But let's go on to a bit of hair loss.
So hormonal hair loss is a big topic that women contact me for.
Yes,
specifically.
and me too.
You know, hair is important, obviously. Yeah. And again, we're talking about women going through, you can have cyclical hair loss, so you're going through your menses, etc.
Yeah.
Or you can have, you know, hormonal hair loss, which is associated with the decline in female hormones.
Yes.
So again, when you have a decline in female hormones, the one hormone that is not affected is testosterone, the male hormone.
Okay.
So women have testosterone because it gives them energy, sexual energy, drive, etc.
Yeah.
So when the body notes that the testosterone is now in a higher concentration within the bloodstream, it then converts it into a metabolite called DHT.
Yes.
And DHT causes inflammation of your hair follicles.
Of
your follicles on your scalp, which results in disturbance of keratin production.
Yeah.
And it shrinks those scalp follicles, so you end up losing hair.
Can I ask you something?
This is the theory of hair loss.
Okay, all right, but this is an interesting one, because I think men and women are different. But would we say, with what you've said, that men who are like, I'm a testosterone giant, are bald?
Look,
or just have more hair loss?
Generally, men will bald more quicker than, I mean, women don't bald.
Yes.
Women just lose hair.
They have alopecia, but they don't.
Men lose it because they have, in a lot of instances, a lot of testosterone. And the body looks at it and thinks, crikey, I've got all this testosterone, converts it into DHT and they start losing hair.
So if I'm taking bioidentical hormones, which I am, and I take too much testosterone, it will in fact not help my hair.
No.
But it will help my energy and my mood and my sex drive.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not counter.
So we have
but you've got other things here.
So we have a supplement specifically for hormonal hair loss.
Superior hair.
So you remember we've talked about biotin and things like that, all within this formulation. But the important herb in there is called saw palmetto. Normally used for women, will always think of it for men's prostate health. Yeah. Because it's the same principle. So you've got saw palmetto that prevents that conversion of testosterone into DHT. Okay. That's where it's doing.
And what's the copper doing? I know copper
just
in it.
to make sure that this
it
zinc is balanced out with the copper.
Oh, all right. You need to always balance it. And then we got this here.
This is a little topical spray called Connect.
Phylia
DM,
and it's called Connect. There it is. And you just put it on.
This is a leave-in overnight treatment. So you just spray it, rub it onto your scalp.
All right, and it's
the idea of this is it contains 3 things. So it contains an aloe vera essence.
I can smell the aloe vera.
It contains tannic acids, which we'll talk about in a minute, and it contains fulvic acid, which is the crucial ingredient in it. Okay. So aloe vera, what happens is aloe vera calms any underlying inflammation of the scalp. Tannic acids work to try and repair the existing hair. I mean, the idea is, if you, for example, cut in the stem of a small tree, you'll see a sap oozing out to try and repair it. That's tannic acid, which is present in here. Okay. So you're treating us like a bark of tree. But anyway, Right. And unique to this product is fulvic acid. Now, fulvic acid is a molecule...
Spelled how?
Fulvic. Okay. And then acid. And fulvic acid is a large molecule that binds some 70 minerals onto it, 70 nutrients onto it. So what it's doing is it's delivering those nutrients to the scalp follicles. So that's why Connect is a hero product for that.
It is. And do you find results in that with ladies?
We have a lot of women who will never be without this.
Really?
product.
And this is, do you recommend this mainly for hormonal hair loss as opposed to immediate hair loss?
It's for hair loss. It's not even just for hair loss. It's just to have a healthy scalp. Great. If you have a healthy scalp, your hair follows suit.
I'm getting that now. Okay. Have we got 1 or 2 more here? Magnesium? Yes. So did we do sleep yet? Did we do sleep in our topic?
We did not.
What are these ones for? Which subject matter?
These are specifically to show you that there are vitamin D sprays on the market that are sublingual. Yep. You could sort of be looking at 3,000 units in the winter. Okay, that's 1,000 vitamin D ones. In the summer. So less in the summer because we've got more sunlight and more in the winter.
Okay, good. All right. I'm going to now ask you, for those ladies there who are thinking, you know, they sort of want, they're going to be women there who just say, I want everything. And then there's some who have specific things, which you've answered brilliantly.
Sure.
I think we've covered a wide topic, ladies. Would you say we've really got a full spectrum? But for a lady, the majority of my audience, let's say they're between 30 and 50. But if you had to say for somebody who didn't have a specific condition, what if she had to take, she had a budget, what are the things that she should say she's got, you know, 20 quid a month to spend on supplements?
For someone who's having a fairly balanced diet, has no real major concerns, the two, I would just narrow it down to two.
Okay.
And the two would be vitamin D, because there's too many deficiencies in the adult population. Get that checked, and if you do have it, take it. If you have a deficiency, take it, and some form of an omega-3 supplement.
Really? More than the multivit you talked to me about at the beginning.
Multivitamin is very important, but if you're having a balanced diet, I'm hoping that you're getting sufficient.
Whereas the omega-3...
Omega-3s, we just cannot get enough omega-3s.
And omega-3s are fatty acids?
Absolutely. Okay. The essential fatty acids, they're involved in hormone manufacture, colon cleansing, every source of medium term energy. You get omega-3s. You get your medium term energy from omega-3s. Okay. So important, if you're on a budget, those two may be the most important things.
Great. Well, can I just say, this has been so fantastic having you here, Shabir, because I've learned so much, and I'm going to go back now and watch this 2 or 3 times so I can really absorb all the information that you've said, because there was a lot in there, wasn't there, Jill? Jill's here, she hasn't fallen asleep yet, she's here, and being silently supportive of Shabir, who I think has been fantastic, ladies. Would we like to have him again? 100% prepared to, and it would be really lovely. I know Sunday is your one day of not working, but probably we've answered, I don't know, there might be a few hundred comments, but towards the end, if there's some specific things where I really think that lady really needs an answer, that'd be
otherwise,
lovely.
remember, contact our customer
Yes,
care
otherwise go on to Victoria Health. We're going to write up the blog, all those little hearts to you. We're going to write up the blog tomorrow, and we will list all the things, categorise them, try and write up a little bit about each subject matter. Chloe will transcribe it tomorrow, or Ross will transcribe it because he's been watching it. So you've absorbed more information, Ross, haven't you? So he will. And I just think this is just wonderful for us in January. Look at all the hearts, to get an understanding of our body and to know what we can do and everything like that. So send you kisses, have a wonderful Sunday, and we'll be in touch next week. Bye.